always hear people talk about them, and I was a little bit skeptical, just because like it seemed too good to be true. But I bit the bullet and ordered 3 books, and I got them. So it's safe to say that Pango Books is a success. So if you're looking to like get cheap books, pre-loved books, I definitely recommend Pango. So the first book was a book that I really wanted to read, and a lot of you actually suggested it to me. It is The Silent Patient, and I believe that this book is about a woman who murders her husband and then goes silent, and her therapist wants to be the person to uncover why she's not talking. It is a thriller, and you know I'm like in my thriller era, but I've just heard so many good things about this book. Oh, it's a psychotherapist, not a therapist. But yeah, so I've heard so many good things about this book, and a lot of you guys recommended this book to me. So I decided that I would order it, and I decided to just order it off of Pango Books. Yeah. So I'm really, really excited to read this one. The next one I got is The Wife Between Us, and the blurb on the back is really short, so I will read that to you guys. A jaw-dropping psychological thriller, unforgettable twist, lead to shocking revelations all the way through the epilogue. When you read this book, you will make many assumptions. You will assume you are reading about a jealous ex-wife. You will assume she is obsessed with her replacement, a beautiful younger woman who is about to marry the man they both love. You will assume you know the anatomy of this tangled love triangle. Assume nothing. Twisted and deliciously chilling, The Wife Between Us deftly explores the hidden complexities of marriage and the dangerous truths we ignore in the name of love. Read between the lines. That just sounds like such a good book, because we always assume in this scenario that the ex-wife is jealous and it's literally all on her. But I definitely think this is gonna be a good one. Again, I got this one off of Pango Books, and they even left a little bookmark inside. I don't know. It's just like motorcycles. I'm pretty sure they were using this as a bookmark. But I'm so excited about this one. The next book that I picked up, I have seen this a lot on Bookstagram and people talking about it, and then I also saw this on Amazon, like recommended, and I don't know what made me decide to order it off of Pango instead of Amazon, but I did. So this is Delilah Green Doesn't Care. So I believe this book is about a girl who like goes back to her hometown for a wedding, and like I think like her friend is trying to like set her up with somebody to be her date at the wedding, and the story just kind of unravels from there. I don't know, I just thought that it sounded like such a great read, and I was super excited to get this one because it's not like anything I've really read before, and I haven't read a lot of queer romances. I read Autobiography in January, but that wasn't like a total like romance book. It was more like about self-discovery and like discovering that you're was just so cute. So I will definitely be letting y'all know at the end of the month if it was any good. Okay. So I did read some of these books already. I read 3 of these books so far. Because waiting for a lot of these books to arrive, especially the ones from Pango Books, I needed to fill my spare time with reading something. So I did read some of these books. We'll just leave it at that. Oh no, I actually read 4 of these. Oh my god. Okay, anyways, so my my darling husband actually bought me this book because I have been talking about it for such a long time. Since I heard that it came out, I had been talking about it and telling him how I wanted to read this book, and I just was like waiting on like the right time to buy it. I was probably waiting for it to go on sale, and I'm pretty sure my husband was like done hearing about how much I wanted to read this book. So he got it for me. This is Spare by Prince Harry. This is a memoir by Prince Harry, accounting for a lot of the things that have happened in his life, from losing his mother to growing up royal to joining the army to struggles finding love. I already read this book, and I don't want to get into it too much because we, as you know, we do that at the end of the month. We really get into it. But I was so excited to read this book, and I was just really excited to kind of hear the ins and outs of a royal person's life. So that is what this is about. I truly love to read memoirs because I am so nosy and I need to know everything that goes on. So thank you, Prince Harry, for your contribution to nosy people everywhere. So the next book that I picked up from Amazon is One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Now, I read Daisy Jones and the Six, and I needed more. I needed more from Taylor Jenkins Reid, so I decided to pick this book up. This is an interesting one, so we'll kind of go over it. This is about kind of almost, in a sense, a love triangle. This is about Emma, Jesse, and Sam. Emma and Jesse are high school sweethearts, and they end up getting married and traveling the world. They both want to break out from their small town and see different things and live different lives than their parents wanted for them. Emma's parents own like a bookstore, and they want her to inherit the bookstore and follow in their footsteps of keeping this bookstore alive. And Jesse is a swimmer. His parents want him to get a swim scholarship, yada yada yada. So they get married and they go off and travel the world. And I believe Jesse is almost like a wildlife photographer, because on a year to the date, almost on their 1-year anniversary, Jesse goes on a work trip and he disappears. And this book is pretty much Emma like getting over that, moving on with their life, and then she meets somebody from her past that she grew up with and worked with, and you know, she feels so guilty about moving on, but her husband's dead. She decides to give him a chance and they fall in love. But then her husband comes back. He was never dead. Okay, period. So this book really just kind of ties into that whole like love triangle. Like, who is she gonna pick? You know what I'm saying? So again, S. Youssef. And my husband actually got this book to read because he wanted to be like me. When I started reading again, he was like, oh, I need to find something to read. And I was like, you don't even like reading. But he bought this and he never picked it up. So I acquired it. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna read this for you guys. Somebody actually asked me if I could do a poem reading video. And I thought, that's brilliant. And then I remembered that I had this. So I think I'll be reading this for you. The blurb on the back just says, I can wander far from my origins, but I know I will be welcomed home with open arms. So let me know in the comments if that is something that you would like to hear from me. Okay. Okay. So I kind of have books that go together in a sense. So we'll talk about some other books first, and then trust me, it's all gonna make sense. The next book, I actually don't even really remember buying this. I probably saw this on Amazon. This is The Marriage Lie. I know that this is a thriller, and I don't know much about it. I don't really remember buying it, but I will read the back for you. Everyone has secrets. Iris and Will have been married for 7 years, and life is as close to perfect as it can be. But on the morning Will flies out for a business trip to Florida, Iris's happy world comes to an abrupt halt. Another plane headed for Seattle has crashed into a field, killing everyone on board. And according to the airline, Will was one of those passengers. Grief-stricken and confused, Iris is convinced it all must be a huge misunderstanding. Why did Will lie about where he was going? And what else has he lied about? As Iris sets off on a desperate quest to uncover what her husband was keeping from her, the answers she finds shock her to her very core. Okay, I actually do remember buying this book. I just kind of put it up. But that's why I bought this, because I was like, holy crap, this sounds like such a good book. And reading it again, I'm like, definitely. So this is supposed to be a thriller, and I'm super excited. I've never read anything by Kimberly Bell before, but I will let you guys know how this is. It's literally like, not even 330 pages. I got this book, The Midwife of Auschwitz. Again, I just was kind of on a rampage when I bought all of these books. I kind of was just like, you know what, I want to read anything. And I think I am like leaving my romance era. I'm a total romance girly. But I don't know, a lot of the romances I've been reading lately have just been so cliche. No, I'm just kind of like over it. I'm tired of like opening a book and kind of like knowing how it's gonna end. I don't know, I also kind of feel like I'm going through a funk. But I don't know. I'm just like in a mood with romance novels. So I'm kind of like branching out and trying other things. So I picked this up. This is The Midwife of Auschwitz by Anna Strout. Inspired by a heartbreaking true story and emotional and gripping World War II historical novel. And this book pretty much touches on our two main characters, Anna and Esther. And they are, well, Anna is a midwife. Before World War II started, like that was her profession. And then when World War II started, Esther was a Jewish is Jewish, and Anna helped birth her, so they kind of know each other. And so when World War II starts, Anna's like, no, this is wrong. You know, the Jewish people didn't do anything wrong, blah, 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 blah. So she wants to help them. And, anyways, long story short, so she gets sent to Auschwitz because she was, helping, you know, plan escapes for Jewish people out of, like, these ghettos that the Nazis created for the Jewish people to live in. So the Nazis get information that her and her family are, like, helping Jewish people and blah, 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 blah. So they send her to Auschwitz. Well, Esther gets sent to Auschwitz, obviously, because she's Jewish. And they meet back up, and they pretty much go into business together, and they help each other stay alive. And that's all I want to say about that. It was such a heartbreaking story. That was the Midwife of Auschwitz. So moving in that direction, really wanted to start reading some banned books, and specifically I wanted to start reading more books by authors of color. And I think next month I am going to do a full month of only books written by authors of color, all different kinds of colors. So that's just something I'm really interested in, and I feel like, I don't know, I just think it's my duty as a person of color to, you know, connect. And trust me, I've read a lot of books so far this year by people of color, but I just feel like obviously it's not enough. I don't know. So I took it upon myself to go down the banned book list rabbit hole, and there are a lot of banned books here in Texas, and obviously, like, it's Texas. You do the math on that one. So yeah, lots of banned books, and I wanted to read some of those because I saw, like, a quote or something somewhere pretty much saying, like, there's a reason why they don't want people to read these books, or kids. This one wasn't necessarily a banned book. Well, it is banned, like, for kids to read, but this is also kind of, like, inappropriate for the youth, I believe. It is something to talk about, and I already read this book. I'm just gonna let you know. And I almost like went into it, and I dropped this book like 4 times. We went on vacation, and this was my vacation read, and I kept dropping it. And that's why it's all bent up, and it makes me so sad because I like have to keep my books pristine. Anyways, this is about Emma and Joe. Oh, I love this book. I can't even contain it. Like, I loved this book so much. So this is about our 2 main characters, Emma and Joe. Joe is a famous actress. She's in her 40s, and Emma is her assistant, and they work so well together. So Joe decides that she's going to invite Emma to the SAG Awards with her, just because she is, like, directing a new movie coming out, and it's an action movie, and as you know, the action world is dominated by men, so she just feels not insecure, but she just doesn't want people to talk about the upcoming movie and stuff, and, like, how she couldn't do a good job writing for it. So she brings Emma with her as her buffer, and they get pictured together on the red carpet, and people think that they're together, and it is just jumps down that rabbit hole. But it's a queer novel. It was so cute, and I cannot wait to talk about this at the end of the month. A assistant give the world something to talk about when they accidentally fuel a ridiculous rumor in this debut novel. But also, Marilyn Wilsner, that's who wrote this, is an amazing author, and I cannot wait to read her other books, but that was so good. And now, moving on to like some real banned books. This is Out of Darkness. Oh my god, you guys. I'm gonna read the blurb on the back because it's super small. This is East Texas, and there's lines you cross, lines you don't cross, that clear. This is supposed to be a love story between, I believe, a Mexican girl and a black boy in the 1920s here in Texas. I don't know if it's true or not. I doubt it's true. And it's rated 14 and up, but this is banned. Oh my god, I can, like, when I saw that, I was like, what? So I am really excited to read this one. That's literally all I can tell you about it because that's all I know. But yeah, this is a banned book, and this is by Ashley Hope Perez. But yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was like, seriously. The last book that I picked up, and another banned book nonetheless, is The Color Purple. I believe, don't quote me, I'm not a huge movie watcher, but I think they actually turned this movie into, they turned this book into a movie. Am I wrong? I don't know. I feel like I've heard this before. I'm gonna read the back for you because I just feel like it needs to be done. A powerful cultural touchstone of modern American literature, The Color Purple depicts the lives of African American women in early 20th century rural Georgia. Separated as girls, sisters Sally and Nettie sustain their loyalty to and hope in each other across time, distance, and silence. Through a series of letters spanning 20 years, from Sally to God, then from the sisters to each other, the novel draws readers into a rich and memorable portrayal of Black women, their pain and struggle, companionship and growth, resilience and bravery. Deeply compassionate and beautifully imagined, The Color Purple breaks the silence around domestic and sexual abuse and carries readers on an epic and spirit-affirming journey towards transformation, redemption, and love. So, I just thought that this could be a really important, impactful book, and I am all about reading things that matter. I think that's why I'm kind of going through like a stage with romance books, because like I love reading them, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like, what am I reading this for? And that is not a dig at anybody who loves to read romance, like, hello. But I don't know, I just feel like, I don't know, I'm just like in a funk with romance, and that's okay. But yeah, so I just thought that this would be the perfect book to read. Alrighty guys, so that is the end of this haul. I hope that you're still with me. You're still here with me. I really appreciate every single one of you for being here, spending a few minutes with me, going over some books, and I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. I don't truly think you guys know how much this channel means to me, and the thought of like over 500 of y'all being here, it literally just blows my mind. But